You're welcome back. It's still Daybreak here on Trusttv, and it's time for our phone-in segment. Today, we'll be looking at the petrol price war that is currently happening in Nigeria. Now, in a surprise move, Dangote's refinery reduced its gantry price from 890 naira per litre to 825 naira per litre. That is a whole 65 naira slash in their price. While NNPC Limited also slashed the price of premium motor spirits from 920 naira per litre to 875 naira per litre. These reductions have sparked heated debate about the implications of this decision. Many Nigerians are celebrating the move, hoping that it will lead to a decrease in the cost of living, but others are skeptical, wondering if this is just a temporary measure or a genuine attempt to alleviate the suffering of Nigerians. So we want to hear from you. What's your take on the petrol price war? Could it really be the fact that they're putting Nigerians in heart for the first time, or is because there's a certain level of competition in the market? Or are you worried that this is a fixed, a short-term fix? Or do you think this reduction will make your life any difference? Have you even seen any difference since it happened? Have you seen any difference, when it comes to the cost of living? Has it made any difference in your daily life? Join the conversation. The phone numbers are displayed on your screen at the moment. Call us in and let us hear your thoughts. You could also send us messages on WhatsApp and we'll be here to take them. What is your take on the petrol price war? Has it made any difference in your life? We have our first caller this morning. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you are calling from.
Good morning, Lilian. My name is Shatima Yakudima, calling from Maiduguri.
Good morning, Shatima. How is Maiduguri this morning?
Maiduguri is beautiful. Maiduguri is fine. Alhamdulillah, we thank God.
All right. What's your take on our topic? Is there any difference in your daily life with this price slash?
Well, Lilian, honestly speaking, in a price of every commodity, if the price has come down, no matter how little it is, you're supposed to feel the impact. That is the reality. But in the issue of the petroleum, you see, I don't know why honestly speaking, Lilian, our governments are not doing, they are not doing fairness to the Nigerian citizens. Honestly speaking, they allow these marketers. They are doing what they want to do without any supervision, without any intervention to correct the ugly situation. In this country, we are buying petroleum in a very subsidized price. It has come and removed that subsidy. The price has become higher, beyond the imagination of every Nigerian. But meanwhile, they say the market should be determine the price, which we do not cause any alarm. We allow that this is happening. But when a Dangote company reduced the price, and the government was in existence, the government is there, but the government is looking. These marketers, they will not cut the price down. They still maintain what they are selling as expensive as anything. You can agree with me here in Maiduguri, the cheapest petroleum station that you will get oil per liter is 1,020 naira. 1,020 naira. No matter the prices they have been saying have been cut down, blah 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 blah. All these things we are hearing over media. But we are not seeing the action. Where is the government? Government have to come out. Government have to come out, bring all this sanity in the issue of extortion and exploitation that Nigerians are doing to their fellow brothers. If this is wickedness, it's a pity. It's a pity. Everyone was planning to see that he had become damn rich in the expenses of the others. It's very, very unfortunate. It will not. A country cannot run that way. If at all you are in government seat, whatever people feel, you take the responsibility. If they feel good, the credit goes to you. If they feel bad, you are responsible whether you like it or not, because you are the steering of the affairs of the nation. Government have to come out and do something about this. You see, Lilian, prices of goods have come down, but the retailers, they refuse to reduce the price, and government is watching. What does this mean? What does this mean? Honestly speaking, we don't know what type of government are they running. We don't know, honestly speaking. But
right.
We are praying. We are praying for Almighty Allah to touch their heart. This is a holy month. We want all Nigerians to engage in prayer. To engage in prayer. May Allah touch the heart of our leaders.
Amen.
Even though they do not deserve the name leaders, they are rulers, whether they like it or not. Whether they like it or not, they are rulers. May Allah touch their heart to distinguish from left and right, to stand firm for the relief of the teeming masses. This is my take. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shetima, for your take on the show this morning. You know, Shetima is one that I've seen that always holds everybody accountable, from Nigerians to the government. It's very little. We have consumer price regulators. We have the FCCPC that are there to regulate prices and be sure that prices are being put at the base level, at where it should be. But what is happening? And even the Nigerians themselves, where has your conscience gone? When you talk, they would say, oh, we bought them at higher prices and will most likely run at loss. True that, but what loss are you really going to run at? Because even if you didn't buy them at higher prices, you're still selling them at higher prices to Nigerians. Where has your conscience gone? Let's take this call. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you are calling from.
Good morning, Lilian. This is Mr. Paul calling from Makodi.
Good morning, Mr. Paul. How is Makodi and what's the cost of fuel like there?
So, the cost of fuel in Makodi is not uniform. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
On Saturday, I bought fuel in a particular fuel station at Naira 75 Naira. Then yesterday, when I closed from work, I wanted to get fuel at total filling station. When I get there, I saw their pump, they displayed 999 Naira per liter. So I choose to drive out of the filling station. I went and buy black market in a gallon, 2 liters, for 2,200, 2 liters. Because the total filling stations, they don't have good pump. And their price is still very on the high side. And these are not independent marketers, they are major marketers that they are supposed to be the first that we even implement reduction of price of the product. So, though I'm not surprised by their action, that is how they used to do. That is total for you. Then coming to the impact of the reduction of fuel on the price of fuel, concerning the commodity that we are talking about. I think this one you were displaying a fruit market in Kaduna on the TV. You can hear the price of those goods. They all boil down to the price of the fuel. Because even though fruit is cheaper in the farm, everybody cannot go to the farm to go and be consuming it. Somebody must bring it to the town. It is by the usage of this fuel and the rest. So that is the fact of the fuel on the price of those things that you are talking about. Nothing is changing yet. Honestly, nothing is changing. Even though fuel comes down to 700 naira today, government have their own fault. We individuals too, we have our own fault. We don't love anything reduction of prices, but if it is high, before government even pronounce it to have started jacking up our prices to our selfish benefit. So we have a role to play. The government will have their own role to play. God will help us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Paul. He says, God will help us. God will help Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. Yes, indeed, prices are differing. But at the end of the day, we see that, Dangote came out to do this and we saw the NNPCL follow suit. The first thing that came to my head was, when NNPCL were the sole provider of petroleum products in Nigeria, they had no competition. They made it seem like this is the price and nothing can change it, nothing can affect it. This is the price we have. Anytime they increase, this is what the market forces is saying. So why was it then reduced immediately Dangote made his move? Is there more to it that meets the eyes when it comes to petroleum that everybody has a hand in, from the government to the marketers, to the independent marketers, to NNPC? Is there more to it that Nigerians are not seeing? Is it possible for fuel to be sold at 500? What if Dangote decides to slash that, makes his petroleum products at 400 per liter? Would the government, would NNPCL follow suit? These are all things that when you look at it, you be like, there's more to this that meets the eye. There's a certain level of, we all already know that particular sector of the government is quite shady and not transparent enough for Nigerians, and this only proves it further. But with all of this now, have you noticed any change in the cost of petrol in your area? What do you make about all of this price war that has created a competition in the market? Would there be more competition and a more slash in price if we have another private refinery? Someone, say the $10 of Nigeria, decide to build their own refinery and start refining petroleum products and drop the prices. Would we see a certain level of competition that would benefit Nigerians at the end of the day? Let's take this call. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Kwara State, Kayama local government.
Thank you for calling from Kwara. Please tell us your name and turn down the volume of your TV set.
My name is MB Suleiman.
Go ahead. Please turn down the volume of your TV set and go ahead.
Yes, my take in this regard is... all right, thank you. Are you with me?
Yes, I am.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you clearly.
You see, immediately after the change of fuel price, all the filling stations in the whole Nigeria has immediately take off the prices.
Okay, Mr. Suleiman, I can see that the volume of your TV set is still on and you're trying to listen to yourself. We might have to let you go, so we'll give room for other callers. Kindly turn down the volume of your TV set. I can hear you, and talk to me through your phone. I can hear you. If you want to listen to yourself, go back and catch our live stream at Trusttv News Live on YouTube and follow our live stream there and listen to yourself, through the course of the day. But for the meantime, when you're calling in, kindly turn down the volume of your TV set so you could concentrate and speak to us and share your thoughts with us. We're looking forward to you sharing your thoughts on the show. Thank you very much for that. While the phone lines are still open, do well to call in with the numbers displayed on your screen. We also do take WhatsApp messages, so you can send a WhatsApp message to the second number there on the screen, and we're definitely going to take your messages here in the studio. We are talking about the price reduction in fuel, which first of all started with Dangote announcing a significant reduction of their depot price, from lowering it by 65 naira from 890 naira to 825 naira per litre, which started on February 27th. And this move, the NNPCL followed suit and had their own reduction as well. Now, the question we're looking at all of this is, how have this petrol price reduction affected your daily expenses and transportation? Have you seen any difference in it? What's your take on the whole price war and the competition Dangote Refinery has created in the market? We'd love to hear your thoughts on that. What is the economic implications of this? Have you seen any impact in the cost of living, from the cost of transportation to the cost of prices, particularly sectors that are reliant on fuel? Has there been any difference? I know if you're talking about sectors that are reliant on fuel, in as much as we have bakeries who are reliant on flour, which the cost has come down, they're also reliant on fuel. So if you're a bakery owner, has this made any positive impact in your business one way or another? Do well to call in and let's hear your thoughts. Let's take this call. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning. It's the same person, MB Suleiman from Kwara State, Kayama local government area of Kwara State.
Thank you, Mr. Suleiman from Kwara. Go ahead with your thoughts now. We can hear you clearly.
Yes. What I was trying to say essentially is that immediately after subsidy removal, the prices of all filling stations have changed immediately. But to our greatest surprise, with the change of Dangote's fuel pump, the fuel from to 825, we wonder why the filling stations refuse to change their pump price. So you see, if it increases, all of them will increase. But by the time it's reduced to certain price now, they fail to comply.
All right, Suleiman. Do we still have Suleiman on the line? It seems we've lost him again. But, he's still, reiterating what Shettima had said earlier. The fact that prices go up in Nigeria and they don't come down. We say, what goes up must surely come down. When it comes to the prices of goods and services in Nigeria, it hardly ever comes down. It is rare to find the prices of commodities, be it petrol down to food commodities, come down and crash completely to where it used to be or lower the moment it goes up. Why do we have a society that happens? Now, still on all of this, we're still asking, what is your take on the price war? How has this made any difference in your life? Have you seen any economic impact? Have you seen any, has your consumption of petroleum products been any different? Are you buying more now because there's a difference? What is the price of petrol in your area after all of this information has come out? We had our caller who said that, there you don't find, if list sells at 1,020 naira, that was Shettima from Maiduguri, sells at 1,020 naira per liter. And then we also had Mr. Paul talking about between 990 to 910 naira right here in Benue State. So we'd love to know, with the slash in price from Dangote Petroleum, have you seen any difference in the cost of prices, of petroleum products in your area? NNPCL also did slash their prices. Have you seen any difference? What role do you think the government should play in regulating, fuel prices amidst the competition? We understand that there's now a private player in the mix. Can the government really dictate to a private business owner how much to sell its petroleum products for, when the whole NNPCL has not even been able to regulate its prices and keep saying that it's being determined by market forces? We'd love to hear your thoughts on that. What role exactly can the government play when it comes to regulating the prices? And for those sectors that are reliant on fuel in the economy, what is it like for you at the moment? Let's take this call. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Rabi Salus from Katana State.
Good morning, Rabi Salus. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Okay, sir. So we are talking about the petroleum price in our area. So here is in Katana State, it's almost 990 naira. So when we look at the way how things is going, the Dangote refinery or Dangote petroleum refinery has already come out openly and reduced the price of petroleum or PMS. So, but actually we are blaming the management of NNPC for sabotage. Because since the inception of this refinery, we suffer a lot of sabotage. Dangote went to Nigeria to buy petrol at a lower price, but the they don't want. So it's better, Mr. President, to look at this problem and fire all those stuff that are sabotaging the economy, letting those who are working in the NNPC, because they are the most saboteurs we have in this Nigeria. Because when you put the price of petrol, you add, so everything we went up, the price of everything went up. So since they don't want Nigerians to buy fuel or to get something better, it's better, Mr. President, to fire from the management down to the junior staff. Everybody caught with this obnoxious behavior. So this is my take.
Thank you very much, Rabi, there for your take on the show this morning. Well, we're still watching, and I would also love to know, what are your future expectations? How do you see this affecting fuel affordability in the future? Do you see this as a permanent move, or this is something that is just here to stay for the next, period of weeks? And if this is a permanent move, what is your take on it? The phone lines are still open. The questions are displayed on your screen, and we'll be here to take your calls. And also, talking about consumer behaviors, have these prices influenced your fuel consumption habits or your choice of petrol station? There has been a sudden PR about a particular petrol station. I would not mention their name because they're not paying us for adverts, for a particular petroleum station that they claim to be buying fuel from Dangote, and there's whole prices about it, and they are having lots of queues. But let's take this call from Abasekong. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Pastor Linus calling from Gombe.
Good morning, Pastor Linus. How is Gombe this morning?
So we are doing well today.
All right, go ahead with your thoughts. What's your take on the price wars and how much is fuel in Gombe? Did you see any reduction?
No reduction. It's 950 now, sir.
Okay.
Please, I just want to speak to Nigerians because this is a good topic that every one of us must take note and then prayerfully handle this issue. Our leaders today, they don't have the interests of the masses. They have the money to buy this fuel. Even if it is 2,000 naira, they can buy because it's not their money. They can just write and just give it to their management or to their secretaries, go and fuel my car. They don't know how the money is being removed from their pockets. But we, salary earners, we earn 20,000, 30,000, 50,000. You end up spending the money on fuel. Our children, they don't have what to eat, what to drink, school fees is there. Please, Nigerians, this is the time of Ramadan. I am calling on every Nigerian to pray. Because if we have leaders that have the interests of the poor masses at heart, they will not be doing this wickedness to us. You see, Dangote is trying to reduce the suffering of the masses, but right now they have tied his hand. He cannot do more than what he is doing to us now. I think he did that deliberately so that the Nigerian government will reduce their own price. And then he will still bring his own price down again. But Nigerian price, they refuse. The management of the NNPC, they are not saying anything. They are under the control of the leaders, again, the Senate. So let's pray that God will uproot all those wicked ones that they don't want the masses to enjoy the wealth of this nation. We are all citizens of this nation. Everybody is entitled to what we have in this land. But only few people are taking it. Me, I'm not happy. Seriously, I'm praying for this issue of fuel. When fuel is down, everything will come down. The price of everything, transportation. Now, for me to travel now from here to Kalchingo, I have spent almost 1 month without traveling. But before, every week I used to travel. God bless you.
God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much for your thoughts there. He has spoken an appeal to the hearts of Nigerians to please be better people, especially when it comes to the prices of things. Even if the government doesn't have your interest at heart, as a Nigerian, just be a human being. If you bought that beans at 2,000 naira, why would you want to be selling it at 3,000 or 3,500 naira when you know you could still make your gain properly if you sell it at 2,100 or 2,200? I mean, let's not even say 2,050 naira, not to be, but you still want to make gain. You will make a lot of gain by even adding 100 or 200 naira on top. But why would you want to go the extra mile in making lots of extra gain from something you bought at quite an affordable rate? These are questions Nigerians keep asking on a daily basis. Now, let's take a couple of WhatsApp messages we have this morning. We have the first one on Nandi Bete on the fuel price wars. He says the crux of the matter is not really about the slice in petrol price. The issue is whether Nigerians will enjoy the so-called price reduction. A few hours after subsidy is gone, proclamation on May 29, 2023, pump price of fuel shot up immediately. You can be rest assured that now that the prices have supposedly come down, filling station operators will not honor the new price regime. Their excuse will be that they need to exhaust the old stock. This is man's inhumanity to man. Is it possible for government to genuinely monitor the activities of filling station operators? True questions there indeed from Nandi Bete. And let's take the next WhatsApp message, that is from Ephraim S. Diga from Kaduna. He says, the petrol price, as I see it, the constant fluctuation in petrol prices are major concerns for Nigerians. The current price of petrol in Nigeria is around 890 naira per litre, with prices ranging from 1,000 to 1,200 per litre across the country. Now, historically, petrol prices in Nigeria have been on a steady rise with some fluctuations. For instance, in the late 1960s and early 1970s, the price of fuel was between 6,000 and 9,000. Fast forward to today, we're seeing prices that are significantly higher. And the impact of this prices increase has felt across various sectors, including transportation, health, and even households. Now, Ephraim there went ahead to also talk about diversifying the economy. And he says the impact of these prices increase is essential for the government to implement policies that stabilize petrol prices and provide relief to the masses. Diversifying the economy, reducing dependence on petrol imports, and investing in refining domestic capacity, implementing petrol price control measures, regulating petrol prices to prevent arbitrary increase, investing in alternative energy sources, and promoting the use of renewable energy sources such as solar and wind power. Ultimately, finding a lasting solution to petrol price war requires a multifaceted approach which involves government policy and private sector investment and consumer awareness. Well said. Ephraim, you need to tell us if you're an analyst, because this is well said. There are several options. Now, when it comes to the aspect of renewable energy resources and diversifying the economy, which we see the government and, leading towards agriculture, creating alternative source of power, which you see the CNG that has come out with lots of solar for renewable energy. A lot of things have been rolled out. The problem we have is the continuity and the follow-up attitude of the government. The state CNG has been out there. We know that most drivers are using CNG, but they have refused to drop the cost of transportation. Why is that not being monitored? Well, we'll talk about all of that. Still on our WhatsApp messages, we have from Mohammed Bello from Misal in Bauchi. He says a positive economic impact of competitors' price reduction on the lives of petroleum products on consumers can be seen under the following ways: increase affordability of petroleum products, improve standard of living, and economic stimulants through increased demand. Well, you didn't tell us your take fully on it. And then still on this, now we also have, says, good morning, Lilian. I want to thank you and TV in general for your good work. All this information of prices reduction are only available on the media and not in reality. Considering what is obtainable in our local filling stations here in Guyuk, local government of Adamawa State, the price is 1,150 naira per litre. Let the regulatory agency and task force take action, please. That is from Paulinus M. Kasua there, for his WhatsApp message. And the final message we have to take before the orders roll in, we have from Rabo McAfee. He said, the price of petrol has not reduced. The government have no interest of reducing the price. They only want to continue suffering Nigerians. God bless Trusttv. Well, hence we see the reason why competitions have been created to see how a difference would be made, in the prices of petroleum products, and see if, the whole market will be more competitive, which is what we're seeing Dangote doing, by bringing out an alternative price. We also saw the NNPCL make a difference. But the question is, the operators, the filling station operators, are they making any difference in the prices of petrol? What difference are they making in the price of petrol? Are they reducing their prices? And so many people made references to the period when, as soon as the president said subsidy was removed. Now, before then, we even saw some filling stations hoarding petroleum products and refusing to sell because they knew that the moment subsidy is off, they are going to increase their prices. All of that came to play during that period. And it still begs the question, now that the prices were seeing this price war going on, as a Nigerian, what is your take on it? Let's take this call. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Auntie Lilian.
Good morning.
It's Daniel speaking from Jalingo.
Good morning, Daniel. Go ahead with your thoughts.
You see, issue of petrol in Nigeria, it's just like a land of milk and honey. That every government that comes in brings out its policies that it should benefit the cabals that is in the government. We are not seeing anything. We are, up to today, from 1960 till date, we are not enjoying anything that has to do with petroleum in this country. That is the truth. Better good luck, Jonathan. He removed subsidy. He brought out a program called Shopee, where we see one or two things about the removal of subsidy. They share vehicle, they share one or two things for people. We saw it physically to some extent. But this government, they remove it, let me use that word. We didn't see anything. The price of things skyrocketed. The infrastructure in which they are thinking they are going to use the money for. In fact, let me tell you one thing. The road in Taraba State, the federal highway in Taraba State, I don't know whether it is pothole on the road or the road on the pothole. I don't know. I can't even differentiate the two now. A bridge collapse. There's a federal bridge collapse since last year. The federal government have not even sent a delegation to visit that place. Towards the third part, even the governor, it was even, I think last 2 weeks or last week that he went there. There are a lot of bridges that are getting cut off in Taraba State presently. So I don't know what the subsidy they said they remove. I don't know what they are doing with the money. That is the truth of the matter. Every day we just wake up. They have what do you call it? The increased price, what tariff in petrol and network, increased price in the banking system, increased tariff in NEPA, all those kind of things. But we didn't see anything that has to benefit us. They are just interested in, they have interest in all politics. That's all. So please, then when it comes to issue of privatization, Dangote or whatever, see, the truth of the matter is that Dangote putting private is just like call me. It's just that somebody that is in the middle of the liver swimming and is telling you that it's outside, you should come that it's not deep. Give Dangote the next 10 years, he's going to monopolize petrol price in Nigeria the way he has been doing in sugar and any other things. Petrol will be more than that, even if they allow him to go there on alone. So, issue of private owners, later they will determine the price for us. Even we are going to even buy it worse than what we are buying now. Because it's clearly stated, it's clearly shown in other products like sugar, cement. They have left sugar for him to determine what he can do with us when it comes to cement and sugar. So, for my fellow brothers, some of us that are at the kids level, please, since they have reduced the price, if actually you see they have reduced the price, please, NURTW, you people should help us. Even if it is 500 or 1,000, they should drop for transport fare. They can check that, hey boys, these are my people. Please, if the fuel has dropped, they should try and drop, even if it is 20 naira for us, so that we can be able to go to our office, take our children to school, go to the market and shop one or two things. Please, I'm begging them. That is my stake this morning.
Thank you very much for your thoughts there. Appealing to the conscience of Nigerians, for public transportation drivers, we understand that, but the cost of things is alarming. Sometimes I tend to look at things, also from their own aspect. Yes, the price of petroleum products has dropped, but the cost of fixing your car and buying spare parts for your car where necessary has really not dropped. So that particular one is still on the increase. So we might be saying, oh, they've not dropped the price of petroleum, they've not reduced the price of transportation, but they have other costs that they need to augment on. Not to give excuses to them, but when you look at things that way, you tend to understand things have increased in the country across all facets. From buying spare parts and fixing your car, the cost of it has increased alarmingly. And for cars that are always on the road, for commercial drivers that always have their cars on the road, there are little things that are always being changed or adjusted in the car. But that is on the side. We're talking about this morning, we're talking about the price war in petroleum products, and we're getting your take on it. Dangote came out to reduce the cost of petroleum products from 819 naira to 825 naira. That's a whole 65 naira reduction, while the NNPCL followed suit and slashed from 920 to 875 naira per liter. What is your take on this price war? Let's take this call. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, madam. Good morning.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Adamawa, Michika local government.
All right, go ahead with your thoughts.
Okay, saw your program this morning, which is talking about the oil in this country. So the case of oil in this country has become hot cake. And nothing beyond that is only the government, especially the senators in this country and House of Reps. They were being elected by the masses, but they are not take care of masses. So all these issues, God will intervene as far masses took their time to elect them, for them to protect, for them to save them, for them to assist, but they cannot assist. Why? Why? Are they not with people as far they are being elected by the people? They are the people that close to the masses. They're supposed to put their complaint to the president so that the president will take note. But the one that they hammer masses, please, as a citizen, let us go together so that this country will progress. Especially now, so most of the local government per a liter is 1,500 black market. This is a product that we have in our country, abundant, sufficient, but other countries are enjoying it better than us. So why we hesitate? Look at the prices of the material. Even a razor blade, more than 100 naira, 100 naira now, more than 100 naira. Come to this bleaching material. They are too cost because of transportation, and we have this petrol, gas, and whatever in this country. And we are the agent of Africa. We are pride. We are agent of Africa, whereby we are the one that's suffering. Please, as a citizen, let us think and have a good thinking over this issue, so that we can progress. And we pray for tinubu, for him to take note, so that next regime he will hold this country. Thank you. Good day.
Thank you so much for your thoughts there. You know, he said his mind there, but let's quickly take this message from Mr. Soyumbo Tolani from Ogun State. He says, now the issue of price war between the oil marketers, Nigeria has moved forward. The government has no hand running business. The price war is highly welcomed. As time goes on, the price will come down because more refineries will soon come alive. The problem is with the transporters. The transporters are the problem. You know, thank you for shedding light on that. That was why I asked, is the competition healthy for the petroleum sector at this point in time in Nigeria? You know, we're seeing this is what the competition has caused. Dangote dropped his price and the NNPCL followed suit. So there's that price war, which in turn is meant to favor the people. But is this actually getting back to the people? Are the people feeling the effect of this? Let's take this call. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Please, can you turn down the volume of your TV set and talk to us through your phone? Or I might have to let you go. You know, please kindly turn on the volume of your TV set. Talk to us through your phone. We understand that the topic could be a bit dicey. A lot of Nigerians are emotional when it comes to the affairs of the country. So kindly turn on the volume of the TV set. Talk to us with facts and less emotions. And let's talk about this issue that is affecting each and every one of us as Nigerians. We're talking about the slash in price of petroleum products, you know, especially from Dangote refinery all the way to the NNPCL. That Dangote refinery gave a whooping 65 naira short, from 890 naira to 825 naira. And NNPCL went from 990 naira to 875 naira per liter. Now the question is, have you seen the effect of this in your state or your locality? What is your take on this price war? Is this competition healthy for the market? Do you think this is a short-term fix, or is something that will keep coming on to play? Do we need more refineries owned by private owners in Nigeria to see more of this happen? And would this see a drop in the price of petroleum products? Let's take this call. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, I can hear you. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Samuel. I'm calling from Abuja.
Good morning, Samuel. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Yeah, what I wanted to say is, since the removal of subsidy, the government promised CNG buses.
True.
We are not asking, where is the CNG buses now? Because we have not seen anyone. So what is going on? No, Nigerians are not asking the right questions. Everybody is just quiet, as if we are being hypnotized or jinxed somehow. It's funny, because the removal of subsidy, you promised CNG buses and so many other things that followed suit. The NLC are quiet, the TUC are quiet, everybody is just quiet. No CNG buses on the road, and we are not asking questions. Somebody made reference to the Shopee when Jonathan removed subsidy. The same people that are in this government, the president, for example, the president was one of those that said subsidy was a scam and campaigned, and there were those that protested against Jonathan. I remember very well in Lagos then, when Jonathan removed subsidy, he was one of those that protested against Jonathan, that the subsidy was a scam and that Jonathan should not remove subsidy, that Nigerians will suffer. But today he has removed subsidy. No, there is no palliative, no CNG buses, nothing is happening, and the whole Nigerians are quiet about it, and nobody can talk. And if you go on the street to protest, the police will come out and clamp down on people, arrest them, and tag them one name or the other, and throw them in the prison. This is not right. You are not practicing democracy any longer. I see a very, very, I don't know, a radical approach to hold to power by the APC government. It's not fair. They should just pity Nigerians. Nigerians are going through a lot. They are not helping us at all.
Thank you very much.
That's just my thought, my sister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel. I made mention of CNG, and he said rightly, Nigerians are not asking the right questions. You've removed subsidy, and you promised to roll out CNG. There were lots of noise around CNG. CNG buses are going to be rolled out. They've been commissioned. You'd find them in the FCT and in some various states. We have CNG conversion centers in the FCC that are working. Where are the buses? Let's take this call. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please, can you turn down the volume of your TV set?
Good morning. I'm Amos calling from Taraba State.
Thank you for joining us. Go ahead.
Seriously, the price of this petroleum is up to now high.
The volume of your TV set is still up, so I can hear you both ways. Can you please turn down the volume of your TV set and talk to us through your phone?
Okay, I see the price of petroleum is still high.
Okay, in Taraba?
Yes, coming from Taraba.
All right, do we still have the caller on the line? Or he's laid down his thoughts there? Thank you very much for your thoughts there. We have another WhatsApp message, which I'm still trying to understand. He said the oil problem started with the June 12th election. Wahala. Refineries were attacked, exporters ran away, the price of oil product rose to times 100, and today we're still suffering. History of oil products Wahala in Nigeria from Mr. Bami. Thank you, Mr. Bami, for that. But we want to know, in as much as there's a lot there, we want to know, what then could be done about it? What difference could be made? Now that we're seeing a drop in the prices of petrol, is it affecting the regular Nigerian? Let's take this call. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you are calling from.
Lily, baby, good morning. This is Abasekong calling from Gombe State.
Good morning, Abasekong. It's good to have you.
Yeah, the network has not been friendly. I've been trying to call. But in any case, I want to appreciate the topic today. Trusttv is a station to be. Don't touch that dial, please, whenever I'm listening to Trusttv.
Thank you for that.
What I have to say is that the price war, these people, they are not sincere. Whatever they are doing is for their own gain. Dangote is a businessman. Let him slash down the price of cement. Sugar, how much are they selling sugar? Let him slash down sugar, salt, all those things he's selling. They have cartel. There is just a gimmick. They are just plain pranks. They promise that they are going to roll out things, incentives. Why have they not done that? We are suffering. Come to Gombe here and see how the masses are suffering. The beggars that used to eat fat, now beggars, they can't eat. If you give a beggar 10 naira now, he will be praying for you. Beggars on the street. Not to talk of the widows, not to talk of the less privileged. Children no longer go to school. Things are still high. Cost of living are still at the rate they used to be in Gombe. Sincerely speaking, I want to even appreciate the governor because he's trying. Despite the hardship, he's rolling roads that will connect areas for us to reduce the cost of transportation. He's really trying. We need good governors like this in our state. We need good governors. As for the price war, my sister, it is a scam. They are deceiving us. They cannot deceive us forever. Thank you, Lily. God bless you. Bless Trusttv. The entire crew of Trusttv. You people will be productive. You will not lack money. That this company will have money to pay all of you your salary.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you very much, Abasekong, for that. We wish you all the best and do have a great day ahead. You know, he has said the same thing every Nigerians have pushed for. Nigerians are asking questions. And he said, you know, I like the fact that he also poked holes into other aspects of the Dangote refinery and the fact that he is just a businessman. He is out to make profits, and if slashing the prices of his products would bring him more market and more profits, he would do that by all means. He has already established himself in sugar and flour and all other, you know, sectors, so he doesn't even need to put in an extra effort to make profit. But in petroleum, he needs to have a solid footing, and he knows what he's doing. But at the end of the day, are Nigerians benefiting from this war and this business gimmicks that has been going on at the moment? Let's take this call. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please, can you turn down the volume of your TV set?
Okay, I'll do that just now. Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yes. I'm Shoaib Botolani, calling from Ogun State.
It's good to have you. Go ahead with your thoughts.
First of all, I think I told this platform to a campaign platform. I think we should seek ourselves to the issue of the day. Someone coming here to praise his governor. Someone is coming to criticize the government, to criticize the president. The president calling president names. I think that's the aim of this program. I think we should go to the matter and talk what is the issue of the day. This price war, I think it is welcome. I believe very soon everything will drop and come to normal. We'll vote for the 1.5 in the past, but now it has dropped to 8 something. In here, no, said about 900, which is still improving. Lagos and Maiduguri can't be the same price because it's a transportation cost. So there must be differences. I think the time will come down. Which is a welcome development. The government cannot regulate it because it's a private. How will government tell them to give a 50%? It's private owned company, so it's sell it as you wish. And so many other private companies are coming up. With time, things will come down.
All right. Thank you very much, Tolani, for that. All the way from Ogun State. You did send a WhatsApp message, and I'm glad you were able to call to reiterate the message you sent on WhatsApp in regard to your opinion. Like we say, it is a have your say segment. Trusttv does not have an opinion or is not affiliated with the opinions of people who are calling here to have their opinion on the show. So if a caller calls in and decides to air his opinion, it is not the stance of Trusttv, it is their opinion and they are airing it and they have a right to air it. It is their opinion because the phone lines are open for that. If a caller decides that the government is doing a good job in his state and he chooses to acknowledge it because it is good, let us call a spade a spade. If a job is being done well, let us call a spade and applaud it. If a job is not being done well, let us call a spade and call it out. It is not the stand of Trusttv, it is the stand of the callers. And well said, the point you came up with where you spoke about, you know, the fact that it is a market and transportation costs. Now we saw the marketers coming out to sue the government for bridging claims, saying that the cost of moving products from from, prices would definitely differ. The price in Lagos is different from the price in Maiduguri and the price in Kano, due to the transportation cost that will be augmented. But are these prices not exaggerated at this point in time? Because Nigerians need to feel something. There has to be something to make the life easier for the man in Kano, whose company is dependent on petroleum products. Is there something that could be done? Is there a bridge that could be made, to make that transportation cost not as high as it would be to see over a 200 or 300 naira difference in the prices between Lagos and Maiduguri or Lagos and Jalingo? Let's take this call. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is James who I'm calling from Makodi.
Good morning, James. How is Makodi this morning?
Makodi is fine, just that the heat is much.
It's everywhere. All right, go ahead with your thoughts. What are your takes on the price, the price war in petroleum products, and have you seen any difference there in Makodi?
Yes, it's a welcome development. The difference are taking off gradually, not all the filling stations, but we are feeling it. My take over this issue is, I don't know, the government did promise that all refineries will work within a short period of time, and up to today, we don't know. They say the worry, Port Harcourt refinery has that is refining, and we don't know nothing. We don't know whether they are lifting products there. The Kaduna and the Warri, they are all there. I don't know, when will these refineries work? When will these refineries work? That is my question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I wish I had answers to that, but they said
when the refineries work.
Thank you very much. They've said that the refineries are working at the moment and are producing, augmented alongside with Dangote refinery, and also some certain level of imported petroleum products that is going on in the country. So there's a lot of competition going on, and there's a lot of lack of transparency also going on in that sector, and Nigerians are asking questions. We thought our refineries were working. Why are we still seeing a fluctuation in prices? But there's also the opinion that this fluctuation in prices are actually good because there's competition. And when there's competition, there's going to be price war that would or would not affect Nigerians. But while we're looking for that effect, we also put in mind that there's a cost of transportation of petroleum products. Hence, you're seeing a different price in Lagos that is closer, and a different price in Cross River State and Akwa Ibom State and Imo State and Abia State, the southern states, and also different prices in the far northern states like Taraba and Jalingo and Jigawa. They all have different prices, and Kano, because of the cost of transportation. But what ways could this be? What ways could every Nigerian feel the impact? Like I asked earlier, if you own an oil dependent or a petroleum dependent company, say you have a bakery or somewhere where you constantly need fuel to run your business, have you seen any difference in this price slash, and has it made any impact on your business? We'd love to hear your thoughts. What could be the possible economic implication of all of this? Asking Dangote to slash prices, or is there a role the government could play in creating more competition in the market where we would see, a competitive prices that would leave Nigerians with many options and leave marketers with the need to want Nigerians to attract buyers to themselves, thereby slashing attractive prices for the people? These are all angles we're considering to this conversation. And aside that, now that they're saying that, subsidy has been removed, Nigerians are asking, where is the CNG that was rolled us? Where is our refinery that is meant to be working? Lots of questions are being asked. But let's take this call. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my name is Musa from Bauchi.
Good morning, Mr. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Yeah, the issue of this price differential due to transportation. My suggestion is that why can't we revive the railway station? I remember in the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, we never had this wahala. But if the railway is working, the issue of this tanker explosion and all those things will be done away with, and our road will be, lifespan of our road will be improved. If the petroleum is being distributed through the railway, it will maintain virtually the same price across the country. That's my take. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. He has said a railway station is also another option, and that is, I would like to say, that is a long-term solution, to that. In the long run, that is what is needed, because we had this system operating, and lack of what word am I going to use now? Lack of continuity and lack of maintenance led to a sudden death in that sector of the economy. And now that the neglect has taken place, we realize that there's actually a need to fall back to that. It shouldn't have been let fallow in the first place. If we had trains and railway stations functioning fully, there would have been a lot of people dependent on petroleum product to move their goods and services from one part of the country to another. Well, so many angles have been explored on the show this morning. So many people have said their opinions on the show this morning. To everyone who took their time out to call in and share their opinion, and everyone who sent a WhatsApp message, we really do appreciate your calls and your messages. We do not take it for granted. But unfortunately, we've come to the end of this segment. We're going on a quick break. When we get back, the show continues. Do stay.